Cool. How we doing, everyone?
Yo.
Oh, are you gonna go on the gram too? You might as well. I'm gonna put my gram on too.
I'll just leave it like this. How we doing, everybody? As you guys are trickling on in, just let me know or let us know if we can help you guys out with. Drop the questions in chat. If you guys are watching on the replay, make sure you're
Just let me know.
able to
Let us know if
see
you can,
on Seller Discord. Ooh, there you go. And grab a SellerAmp free trial as well. Help power up your sourcing. Who we got in tonight? What you been working on today, Miles?
Dude, I've been I was doing a bunch of the sales going on right now are very important. So a lot of that.
Beautiful.
What up? Cool. Okay, here we go. Are there any cashback providers that stack? Unfortunately, no. The way the cashback providers operate is they're like affiliate sites basically, and like there can only be one affiliate that hits basically.
Yeah, I heard back in the day you could stack Honey and Rakuten. I don't know if you can still do that though.
Okay, that's super lit. Yeah.
What's up from Pakistan? What's up? How's it going? Taking taxes at all? I don't know what you mean by that, but wait. Pay your taxes, talk to an accountant, don't be an irresponsible business owner. I don't know if I've used that before, Shane. I'd assume it's like pirate ship or it's like fake labels. That would be
Yeah, so hopefully it's like pirate ship.
Yeah.
Cool. We got Instagram going as well. Damn, 47 you guys on Instagram already. Is a store receipt a valid way to get ungated? Yes. However, always if you're doing in-store, see if they can email you the receipt as well, because that's going to be kind of a higher hit rate basically. But yeah, it definitely does work.
The in-store receipt's going to be pretty tough because it doesn't have your info listed on it. So
exactly, yeah. The nice part is the email receipt that you get from that can. The nice thing is chance either way though. I mean, you can easily just buy something cheap and just ungate via that just online as well. So what else we got? Everyone in the building loving the new roadmap content, dude. That's awesome.
I've been getting good feedback. I had some like monsters coming back out of the woodwork to tell me it was good.
Not working for me. I requested invoice from Nike. That better work. So I would recommend like they're pretty much just going to send you the same thing. However, open up, just give them a bunch more information. Give them the delivery email, the shipping email, the order tracking page, the UPS tracking delivery, the credit card statement. Just make it really easy for them to say CVS for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, we're on attempt like 8 or 9 of a brand we've been trying to get ungated recently. So it still happens to us. Just keep submitting. You're in the right.
When you first started, how long did it take you to open an account with big branded companies? So I actually don't do wholesale. So I just buy like from retail stores basically. So I did that. Best wholesale. Damn, you guys are like killing the ungating question. All right, Warner has an ungating video. I have an ungating video. That will answer everything for you guys. Interest left me hanging, thinking of doing OA/wholesale. Dude, if you can do 40K a month with private label, keep doing private label, honestly. Because like the upside of that and like that revenue is like really, really high basically. But if you could do that, you can definitely do OA or wholesale.
I'd be curious to know what like killed your interest in it.
Yeah. I wonder if it's or something. Yeah.
Wholesale, arbitrage, that kind of stuff's a lot more active. So if you got like, I don't know, if the business challenges are way different in OA and wholesale. So you might like it more. Like really just give it a shot. If you did 40K in private label, you can do 10K your first month in arbitrage. Like, you know what you're doing.
Yeah. Hey, what's the limit on ordering items without getting canceled? So it depends on website. However, I think there's a lot of misconceptions around cancels that like they're very irreversible. They're completely reversible on most websites. So if you're new, I wouldn't worry about them and let them come. Because if you're new, you should be doing orders like 10, 20 anyway, and you're typically not going to get cancels for that. So I wouldn't worry about it at all. Deal with it when it comes. Do you do online arbitrage? Yeah, only online arbitrage. Actually, I do a little bit of wholesale, but like not really like me doing outreach and stuff. Type of items do you mainly sell through FBA? So I do mainly FBA, and it's like shoes, clothing, occasionally beauty items, vitamins, really everything like that.
Yeah, baseline offers 4, jumps up to 8. Day after drops down to 4. Could just be like Oh, it does for the life of the product. That's bizarre if it does it over and over again.
Yeah,
It would
I've
be like
seen more of those, dude.
a
Yeah,
variation. It
it's
sounds like a variations issue or something like
yeah.
that. Yeah. I
Uh,
wouldn't think it's IP if it comes back over and over again.
I ungating receipt, just resubmit, dude. It's normal to get declined from you. It's loving the new Keepa search and roadmap. Oh, that's what you should be doing, Trevor. That's awesome. How did you learn to study the graphs? Watching YouTube videos. Yeah, and then the nice thing is the pricing side of things. Like you let other people do the work in terms of pricing. Like you just kind of look at what they're pricing for and typically price around it. What do you do to beat order limits for drugstores? See, now that's tough because like Walgreens and some of those sites do cancel heavy. Basically, so you gotta get creative, change around your information, stuff like that. That was under a fake listing. Doing better than legit. No, if it's a fake list, I don't know what you mean by fake listing, Trent. Like a separate listing?
Like was it like brand generic or something like that?
Yeah,
That would be what I would.
what's going on? My dog Joji in the building. What
Good,
up?
Joji.
Got to gate. Yeah, that's what's up, Martian. Can I ungate with Prep Center? Absolutely. You just got to make sure, either their address on there or your billing address is what's required for it. But absolutely. Ooh, okay. Thoughts on no buy box products? You have a really good answer for this. That's why.
Yeah, I mean, if the product has consistently had no buy box, then fire away. But like if you see it like recently went away, then the sales rank will go way up. Equilibrium will go, the price will just go down naturally because people will be buying it less.
Yeah, and you guys will be able to see on the Kiva chart when the buy box price went away, when that pink line goes away. But you can still see the movement in the competition and the price. So if the price has gone up, or the competition's gone down, it's clearly still selling.
Oh, it was a generic listing. Yeah, if it's generic, I would avoid it unless you can like absolutely print money on it or like FBM, something like that. Otherwise, those listings get changed all the time, and it's just going to lead to some headaches if you FBA it.
Okay, this is a good question. How do you guys deal with restock limits? So pretty much 10 months of the year, restock limits aren't an issue. However, they are an incredibly big issue in November and December. And I thought that was just a thing in 2021. It's not. It was a thing in 2022. It's probably going to be a thing in 2023. Basically, if you're dealing with restock limits right now, Ethan, one, congrats. You're probably scaling up pretty quickly. That's awesome. I would contact Amazon, see if you can get that raised.
Yeah, it's all based on how fast you sell stuff. So if you're starting to run into it, it means your items are selling too slow. So go in and slash reprice, or you'll be good in a week or two.
Yeah, and also too, don't worry about this too much, everyone. But a good measure of the health of your inventory is if you go to inventory and then hit inventory planning on Seller Central, and then over on the right, you're going to be able to see your days in inventory and your turns numbers. And if your turns are above like 10, you have really, really good inventory health in terms of how fast stuff's moving. See what mine is. My IPI is going up though, so I think that might be good. Inventory planning. Oh no, we finished it. All right, well, never mind. I'm a liar, I guess. Wait, inventory planning. Oh, okay, cool. All right, okay. Makes sense. Sick.
Minimum profit using a prep center, $1.50 would be way too low if you're using a prep center. Yeah, because then your whole profit would go to the prep center probably.
Okay, this is a really, really good question. So there's a drastic drop of sellers, but no IP complaint alert. Should I avoid? It depends how steep it is, and typically, yeah. But also look at the other products in that brand and see if they perform similarly. Time to prepare for back to school. It's not a bad time to. However, I do think you want to worry about that a little bit more in July, unless you're already doing like pretty good numbers. It says you are currently live in another place on Discord. Jason, so what's interesting is the streaming software Warner and I use, they added a new feature where you can stream on both people's channels. So previously, an issue we had for like a year and a half, 2 years, has now been solved, basically.
Oh, that's what he's talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought they were running to like a Discord impersonator or something.
Yo, Zay, that's Capital One Shopping.
What does it mean when there's a gap in the Keepa chart? Usually it's just like a data glitch of some kind. Those can be good though. If you can go in and see if their sales, like, the ratings are increasing, something like that, it's going to scare away a lot of beginners if the Keepa is not making a lot of sense.
Another good question here. How do I know what products are good for FBM? So you look if other people are FBMing them. You look in the keep a buy box statistics, if other people are getting buy box share, FBM, and then you scroll down on SellerAmp and see if there's other people that are price competitive and FBM as well. And a typical good rule of thumb for you guys too is that if an item's above 25 bucks and sub £1, it's going to be a little bit cheaper to FBM rather than FBA. Now that doesn't mean it'll sell quicker. But it means purely on a numbers perspective that there's a chance it's going to be better FBM rather than FBA.
Yep. New KPF's fire. First time you tried it. That's what's that? Like 3 or 4 people have said the new roadmap content is awesome. So if you guys have especially if you want to power up your sourcing, check out the roadmap link down below.
Yes, sir.
Hopping on no buy box listings with the homies. You just match low FBA. That's a good question though. Oh, that's Mia. Yeah.
When you send back to school items of doing FBA, when they're profitable, like if you're asking that question, you should not be speculating on stuff increasing in price. Purely be buying quick flips. So if they're profitable right now, send them in right now. If they're not profitable right now, focus on other items. I don't want you speculating.
Yeah, unless you have a ton of money and you've got a bunch of sales under your belt, like don't speculate. Yeah, just like make those quick flips. Free or pay. The roadmap is not free. There's weekly Zoom calls, private Discord, like a bunch of content we can't really put on YouTube. So it's very much worth it though.
Cool, this is a good one. So what would you consider a barrier to entry for an item? So this is a good question, right? Because you want as many barriers to entry as possible, right, for it to become profitable. Right there. So there's a couple things, right? So just right off the bat, I mean, ungating, that's easy these days, but you'd be shocked. I mean, you guys can see from this chat how many people still don't know how to ungate and stuff, which obviously we've shown them how and everything. But it's like that, discounted gift cards, coupons, coupon stacking, stuff on sale that a coupon works on too. It's all types of stuff like that. Order cancels, but you can get around it. Anything that would like cause someone to be like, oh, like I can't make this work, basically. You want as much of those as possible.
Yeah. Yeah, there'll be opportunities where everyone else will be get canceled on X site and you can get it through. Like that's a great mode. Like anything like that. Is preps going to include cost of shipping to Amazon? That's going to be coming out of they're going to buy the shipping through your account. So in a way, yes, but the prep center is not going to be the one that bills you for that.
Yeah, but you should add in the estimated shipping costs in your SellerAmp backend on the settings so that you have all that factored in advance.
Yep. Why are hazmat items usually FBM? Because this probably don't have much storage at FBA, and a lot of times it's like illegal to ship those items into Amazon, like depending on the type of product they are. Like,
and also typically like hazmat items, it's a lot of like sprays and stuff like that too. So from a numbers perspective, those make a lot of sense to FBM too, typically.
Yep. Oh, Amazon offered you a loan. Yeah, if you need money and the dollar amount would make a significant chunk for your business, then go for it. Especially if you have like experience, you know what you're doing. If you're a couple months in, you don't need the money, then obviously don't take it.
You guys use Keep Us SellerAmp and what other software? So those are the basic ones, but SalladBoard, some other ones basically, but those are the main ones. Yeah, SalladBoard for bookkeeping for sure. Yep.
GoToLister for listing.
Facts. Soon to be accounting too. Yeah, shout out. Yeah, facts. Actually, yes. Go check out GoToLister right there. What is CX Health? You really don't got to worry about that, but that's like if people are liking the products they get, like, so it's not a huge deal. I wouldn't worry about it too much.
If you get a very negative CX, it typically means that it was like your fault on the item, like you sent the wrong item or it was breaking over and over again, like easily preventable issues. So if you start seeing a lot, if that go up, then try to address whatever's going on.
For sure. So I got the plan
do you go through leads lists from VAs? I don't source much. My team sources the leads, manager sends them to buyers, so we just kind of let the system churn. Sometimes I'll source based on the work they've done.
Yeah, so when you do manual sourcing, what size do you normally stick to? Whichever ones are profitable. Don't discriminate based on size. The data is going to show what's moving. Oh, you liked the new video earlier with the Under Armour stuff. Cool. Appreciate it. Hustle and Penguin. That's a dope name too. We were talking about this last night. Is hazmat and dangerous goods the same thing?
I thought so, right?
Okay, well, I thought so too. I did too, but I also thought I totally might be wrong.
I thought they're the same thing. You got me tripping.
Yeah.
Google says a dangerous good, also known as hazmat. So I'm gonna assume they're the same thing.
Yeah. Do you allow VA to manage your account, or they just do sourcing for you? Sourcing for you. Like they get little parts of the account as needed, but oftentimes like not full. Networking tips for social media: post every day, follow as many other people as possible, and just be in the mix, right? Like comment on stuff, right? DM people, just exist. And over time, like algorithms are really, really good. Like you'll find the people you want to meet if you do it long enough, but most people won't do it long enough.
What up, Justin?
Yeah, Justin.
Try to make Amazon full-time income by October. That make sure hopefully you're doing some decent sales and stuff by now. If you're spending 4 or 5K a week, then what are you making on that? Like
6K profit.
Not enough full time. Yeah.
Yeah. The nice thing that can grow though, in that you're going to have back to school, you're going to have Q4. So it's super realistic by December to be doing well beyond that. The key is you just got to keep going with the daily basis.
Yeah, you're just not gonna be able to go full time on 6K profit and still grow the business. So I would say 10K plus, you can start thinking about going full time if it's your only source of income. But typically, most people have other sources as well.
Yeah, and it's like the more you can keep like your 9 to 5 or whatever else you're doing, the more abundantly you're going to be able to reinvest in everything too. And like the nice thing is when you get good at Amazon, it really doesn't take a ton of time if you're doing it right. So you have time to make money in other ways. It's the beauty of it. Why don't you follow me? I'm not sure who you are, but I'm almost positive you have not posted every day for a year. So that's probably why. Ooh, okay.
Do you check review? Or did you have a good one?
Oh, yeah. So do you set your catch-all email up to funnel the same Gmail that you make all your purchase? No, absolutely not. That would be terrible to have your catch-all email.
Oh my God.
Please don't do that. Yeah, please don't do that.
Yeah, it's just kind of its own email. We don't use it for much.
Yeah, because it'll
get bombarded every time like the newsletters go out. You get like 400 versions of it.
From the same sites.
Do you check review count percent and then factor that into estimated monthly sales? Yes, but more so based on recent reviews. So either in Keepa, you can go based on 90 days or whatever, or on SellerAmp, it's only going to pull the most recent reviews. So that is always going to show you recent review count percentage. Because you don't want to be based on sales that happened 5 years ago and now the other variations are faster seller. Hopping on a brand new variation, sub 1K sales rank, FBM it probably.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, FBM it. It'll probably tank, but if it's brand new, but you can FBM and make money.
And it depends how easy it is to find too.
Yeah.
The one about appreciate you, family. Yeah, you like that hour and a half long one. I'm doing more of those too. Thank you for watching that. Next buy box bandits is very soon. Actually, it took like a 2-month break. Dude, I still have no idea what you're talking. You've been saying this for years, and I have no idea what you're talking about. I assume I know him, but like I don't know him by name.
You're feeding the trolls, Miles.
Yeah, bro. I guess. Yeah. That's a good one. I like that.
They're out in force tonight.
That's the vibe.
In your first few months, you hear a lot about back to school Q4. How do you make sure you're not left in the dust? Like you're gonna want to probably hop into like a community of some kind then, or just be like very ear to the ground, making a lot of friends. Obviously would suggest hopping in the roadmap, but you can always just keep ear to the ground, that kind of stuff. And then FBM as much as possible. You'll be able to test concepts way faster during periods where
that's the best part, man. Seriously, because you guys are gonna see like if you go back and look at like backpack, crayon, even a lot of like shoeless children's clothing, right? Sock stuff like that. A lot of them get really low competition in August, and when items are low competition, it's easier to FBM them. I have 2,000 seller reviews. I do not believe that.
Did you leverage credit cards to scale? I did not. I mean, we've used them, but I never over leveraged. So
can't sign up with a debit card for Amazon. I'm surprised by that.
Credit card company issues separate card using prep center's address. I don't know. I don't think you can have a separate billing address for an employee card. Can you? If you can, then Dan just solved order cancels.
Yeah, that's lit. If you can, I'm really not sure.
I don't know if you can, but
yeah, unfortunately, So unfortunately, Jordan brand and Nike brand are different brands on Amazon. Same thing with like Adidas and Adidas Originals. Been around since the unicycle and Westbridge days. Bro, I appreciate you, family. That's fucking OG right there. 3 years. It's a vibe. Oh no, I got banned. Oh, I didn't even see what it was. It wasn't.
It's somebody who tried to dox us a while back. That's
Okay. I'll be finding out then. That's what's up. What's up, you? Can we sell backpacks? Absolutely. If other people are selling them, you can sell.
How you feel about seller board? We use it for restocking and like profit data, so it's pretty good.
Go-to lister for listing as well, boys and girls.
A lot better than what we had back in the day, for sure.
Keep the questions coming, everyone. We're rocking and rolling. Do you guys recommend drop shipping on Amazon? Absolutely not. You will get banned.
Yeah, you'll get banned.
Unfortunately,
there's like very specific rules for how you can do it, and you are almost certainly not going to be able to follow them.
Dude, imagine so if order cancels didn't exist and drop shipping would be allowed, it would be unbelievably fucking profitable. Because like with the coupons and stuff, because like typically, right, if you're gonna drop ship, and obviously you guys shouldn't do this, but like people are doing it from like Walmart and stuff, so they can just list tons of stuff. But like imagine if you could list like some of the crazy coupon sites, just list the whole site. Like I'd be printing money like fucking crazy. Because you can like with the coupons. And so it'd have to be order cancels not exist and drop shipping be allowed to like pump that to the moon basically. But
yeah, I see listings all the time where it's like, oh, those are drop shippers, and there it is. That's how they're making money, but they'll be banned in 2 weeks. So it's not it's not sustainable.
It'd be sick if it was allowed. I'm sure some people ran up a huge bag back in the day with it too.
Yeah. Amount of money before you hop in the roadmap, I would say like $3,000 at least. If you got like $1,000, then just YouTube, run to thrift stores, that kind of stuff.
How do you guys feel like you got it? I would say like I got it once I started like back to school 2 years ago. Like once I was doing like 50 plus a month, you're like you're starting to like make a pretty good amount of money. You know what I mean? Like on paper, like 10K plus profit and everything. I'd say that's when I really got it.
Yeah, it takes a few months. It really also just depends on who you're talking to and what kind of circles you're running and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, because like because like that's the ultimate determiner of like how many mistakes you're gonna have to make, right? And that if you're doing it by yourself, you're gonna have to make all the mistakes.
Yeah.
But if you're not, you're gonna have to make a lot less mistakes. Lost inventory, seller investigators. I just dropped the link as well, and there's a link in the description. Benefits to a Florida prep center. Outside of vitamins, not really. However, if you are buying from sites where a tax exempt exists, definitely do it, right? Because that's you can use a prep center anywhere. Is there a trick to prevent being banned on a website? Not really. There are some tricks. It's just very dependent on site, and you're gonna have to do a lot of experimentation to figure out specific sites, how you can get around them, and everything like that.
Is Prime Day popping? There's more people buying, but for us, it's not usually the best.
Yeah, it's overrated for OA, but it's like private label. People do like discounts and shit, I think.
Yeah. Starting with 3K, should focus on a higher ROI. Yeah, if you can find them, but at the start, it's kind of just buying anything that is profitable, like checks out, that kind of stuff, learning lessons, and then you can get pickier once you start to know what to look for.
All right, I have a live shoot. Hit my DMs, Lola. Let's see what you got. I'm about it.
Let us know.
A lot of people gave me a shot back in the day just with stuff like that, so absolutely.
If something makes sense, then yeah.
Yeah. Discounted gift cards on Nike, absolutely. How do you guys recommend to get a prep center? Pick up the phone, call a bunch of them. How many leads? It's not really about the leads they find, it's the quality of them. So how much money you're actually making off it, right? Because theoretically, if like one good product a month makes you like $3,000, like you just probably just 6x what the VA was making you. But I mean, if they're sitting there all day, it should be at least like one or two that are good. Like I mean, logically.
You want to make if you're spending like $500 to $1,000 or more on their leads every day, then they're probably
that's fine. No, that's profitable.
We hope for 1,000 after they're kind of onboarded and stuff.
Cool. I love thinking about joining the roadmap. Love all your videos. Appreciate it. Did you get back on Rakuten? Ooh, I had someone send me a good recommendation to try and get around it. So I actually got to do that now that I think about it, because I got like 14 G's sitting in there. Yeah. Is keep on SellerAmp good enough, or TA makes a difference? So TA is going to work if you do it right. However, we don't think that's the best way to source these days, so we'd recommend not using it. Yeah,
it's good. It's just number one, it's like $100 a month. So if you're just starting out, it's like massive overkill.
Yeah.
And it's not like the fundamentals. So like SellerAmp Keep will teach you how to do manual, which is just more effective than using software. But But yeah, some of the data on those like cancel tracker tools is not correct, so it kind of discourages some sellers from going crazy on a site they could.
Yeah,
A
your
nice
own
guide, but always push it. Like don't use it as a tried and true.
Yeah, cause complete. My goal is to buy high and sell low. Thoughts on this strat? Sounds great, bro. Sounds great. Starting out, you recommend storefront stocking to figure out patterns. I was thinking about sales gazer to find deals. So you're thinking the right way, Kevin. However, the problem is if you're doing a lot of manual sourcing, it's going to be really tough for you to know which products are going to be good to check on Amazon, right? Reverse sourcing is going to teach you what products and start to help you see patterns of what brands and stuff like that are good. So it's going to be a lot easier as a beginner. So I like that idea certain times, but not as much as a beginner, just because you're going to look through a ton of junk if you're manual sourcing. Like the benefits of manual sourcing are when you can go into a website and like, you're like, okay, I saw that. I have a feeling if that's under $50, it's going to be good. I know that brand's good, so I'll filter that. And you just don't have it as a beginner.
Yep. But yeah, Kevin, you're bringing up a bunch of good things. Like do all those.
Yeah.
Storefront stock heavily, but the other stuff you're talking about is perfect. Like keep putting in the reps, you'll be crushing in a month. Like, yeah. I'm surprised I haven't had a Rakuten on my case yet. So
yeah,
you got now.
Awesome. Yeah, run it up.
If you have any listings or issue sourcing Zappos, we've bought from them sometimes, but there's usually it's not a great source because they just don't run like good. There's no good loops on Zappos. So like
crazy. I was talking to a dude who's doing like 20K a month, 90% Zappos, which kind of blew my mind. I was telling dude, like, dude, you do 100 in no time.
Yeah, you go look at any other site, you'll make way more money.
Basically, yeah. Pretty awesome.
It was exited a wholesale business. I don't think it's very exitable unless you're at massive scale.
Yeah, or like they just buy part of it or whatever, and then like you keep operating, which is like honestly a really good way to do things, kind of depending on like with your skill set, how much time you have. It's like a good way to do things.
Or if you can get some guaranteed money and keep it that way. But yeah, it's too like it's like very similar to arbitrage. Like it's very subjective. Like the owner would have to do so much. So
it doesn't compound the same. And that like say a private label business, what's making you money is like people want that product, right? With wholesale or OA, what's making you money is that you're good at finding products and that anyone can find those products. It's just it takes a ton of skill to get good at finding it consistently. Meanwhile, private label is product driven, so people are buying it because it's that product. Basically, this is a good one. Apply for an ungated and they ask for picks. So that's only for categories. So very, very rarely. Oh, my dog Wi-Fi bone ad back from the dead right there. Hit my DMs, family. Give me an update, Wi-Fi bone.
Is there a way to avoid FC transfers? No. Your items wouldn't be eligible for prime shipping. You'd only be prime shipping for like whatever warehouse you ship to. So you want FC transfers.
What do you mean by reverse sourcing? I currently just scan clearance. So I assume you mean like in store for that, but reverse sourcing is purely online, and it's where you use SellerAmp to look inside the catalogs of other sellers, basically to see what they're selling, what brands they're selling. You can find their quickest selling items really easy. And if you watch either of our channels, you'll see a lot of it. Wholesale Zoom was fire last night. Did you see that? That I was doing a call for, and he was just like, "Hey, you want it?" I was like, "Fuck it, I'll plug it in the roadmap too." Awesome. And I'm getting that recording too, so I'm gonna post something here for you guys as well.
What should you focus on as a beginner? That's actually a great question. Most of you guys are probably beginners watching this, so go watch only videos on reverse sourcing. Only get SellerAmp and Keepa, and you can do your first 10K a month with that. Everything else is noise and distraction. So stick with that. And then start worrying about the other stuff.
And exist in communities. Like talk to as many people as you can that are doing this. Try and find a few people you can work closely with that you trust. That's going to take time, as it should, and it'll make your life a lot easier.
When should you get a prep center? If you have money sitting on the sidelines and you're wasting time putting stickers on things, when you should be spending it. Okay,
that's a good one. This morning I got an email saying one of my products was reported for counterfeit. I remember freaking out the first time I got that. What's nice here, grab yells, is you're going to deal with it the same way you would deal with it for a ungate, in that you're just going to go in and submit the order confirmation receipt and you'll be chilling, basically.
Yeah, especially if it's I would assume it's a no test by counterfeit. So it's basically the brand just like saying, hey, we want to make sure your products are legit. Just upload the invoice. You're good. Strategy to getting and keeping the buy box, change the price. There we have it. I mean, the buy box is going to rotate between sellers at the same price. Like that's the beautiful part of Amazon, is that the sellers who are years ahead of you can't really dominate, significantly. Sometimes they can, but you wouldn't want there to be a mechanism for the buy box to be just like, you can get all the sales, or the big companies would have already done it, and there wouldn't be anything left.
Reasoning behind a lot of FBA sellers with Amazon on listing, wealth is being generated, man. If you look at the competition, I bet it's moving nicely. If you look at the buy box statistics, I bet there's a good action on it, basically. Made my heart say, oh yeah, dude, inauthentic complaints happen. You're gonna get one for every 2,000 or 3,000 orders, basically. You'll be chilling, basically.
Yeah. Where do you find people who know about this? Yeah, so jump in like free Discord servers. We got link down below for that. Paid communities are always going to be better as well, because people are like all bought in. So lots of valuable friendships have been made in the roadmap. And then beyond that, just like making Twitter, Instagram, post something once a week. It just shows people you're putting in the work, and you can go from there.
Does VKill help increase sales with AI repricer? Absolutely. If you want a free trial, there's a link in the description to that. Is there a way to beat an inauthenticity complaint with the jig address? Optimistically, yes. Submitted a shit ton of times, and it's a good chance it works, especially if you give them a bunch of info too. Full sender from here on out. So do you know who Prodigy is?
Yeah, it's Jake's brother, right?
He is exactly what it would suggest, basically. Like him and I were doing some leads like this week. VKill cooking recently. That's what's up. Yeah, if you guys need a repricer, check that out in the description. No, dude. Do not.
If they're on Telegram and they're doing wholesale, they are scamming you.
Is a lot of like international suppliers will like actually be on WhatsApp, and that's like actually like legitimate way.
No, we've bought legit stuff through WhatsApp. Yeah.
Telegram though is different. Yeah.
I'm sure there's legit stuff on Telegram too. It's just a big wholesale scam that went down on Telegram recently. So that's why we're laughing about it.
Bro, make more money. Don't worry about spray painting boxes. Like, just make more money. Like, you're like, yes, that would work, but you're focusing on it's actually really not a bad idea. Like, you're just focusing on like the max.
It's a horrible idea. What do you mean?
You could save with that would be like $500 a month. But yeah, don't do that. Like, just make more money.
As a beginner, you find in-store flips, try to source online. I mean, in-store, you probably find some cheaper deals, but online is gonna be more scalable, so it might be better to start online from the get-go, or do RA for the first week or two to learn the basics.
Basically anything except Telegram, actually. And then ideally these people have a legitimate business address. You can look it up. They have reviews. They've been in business for a while. That kind of thing, basically. And then you're good. We'll go for a couple more minutes. I got to hop off soon.
Yep.
Fire away. Speed round on the questions. Fire away. Should I start an LLC for FBA? We're not lawyers. That's completely up to you. A lot of people do. It's completely up to you, though, basically. Oh, crazy. The guy in a Lamborghini doesn't actually know what he's talking about. Crazy.
Is there anything with university in it that you should purchase? I don't think so.
No, actually, no. In the whole world, actually, no.
I don't think so. If it has university, I think you should run.
Yeah. So Steven, will you post this live when you're done? So if you're watching, I know you're watching this on Instagram. It's posted on my YouTube. So if you go to my YouTube and hit live, you're going to see it there. It'll be recorded there. You can also join our free Discord in the bio. All the unlisted links to the live streams are in there as well. So you can catch recordings from the past few months, basically.
Yep.
As well, if you're interested.
Justin, appreciate you. Roadmap's definitely worth it for network. If you guys start a side crew source together, that's awesome. Well, there's so much of that in the roadmap. Yeah,
that's the way to do it.
There's so many small groups that have been born in the roadmap.
Oh, I just answered the LLC thing. Dude, we're not lawyers. Do what you want. Do what you want, man. You drive a Lamborghini. No. There's a bunch, like Card Cash, Raise, Top Cash Back for gift cards. Ooh, okay.
Should you hydro dip your USPS boxes?
That's a good one.
Yes.
Absolutely. Seller fulfilled Prime. You just got to be able to ship shit quick, basically. I think it's a great idea if you have the infrastructure for that. But you got to also be ready for it too, though. Oh, you're rocking with the Toms Prodigy. That's cool. Okay, those guys are awesome.
Met a ton of people in the roadmap. Boom.
Cool. All right. Yeah, sounds good. I think we'll hop off now.
Yep, sounds good.
Storefront reviews are not, they definitely don't hurt, but they're not important at all. Like if you do the right thing, you'll get reviews, but it doesn't really matter too much. It doesn't hurt though. Like, yeah, do the right things, you'll get good reviews.
Yep.
Basically, cool. All right. Have a good night, everyone. Thanks a lot.
See you guys.
Cool. Adios.